WTOP efforted 4 major programs this year that we were extremely proud of, all stemming from our mission to give back to the community, especially during a pandemic. One of our first efforts this year was our Frontline Heroes campaign. We teamed up with Northwest Federal Credit Union to launch this campaign in April. We wanted to give back to all the amazing frontline heroes and essential workers in our community. Listeners were asked to nominate frontline heroes in their lives. We received over 630 nominations and were able to recognize 85 frontline heroes with both a $100 check and a mention on air. Overall, we donated $8,500 to those essential workers and Feed the Fight DC, a charity working with local restaurants in the region to feed essential employees while they worked. Feed the Fight DC was a charity WTOP became connected with through a story we wrote about the amazing work they were doing locally in our community. WTOP's annual Top 10 contest gives listeners the opportunity to nominate and vote for their favorite local area restaurants in 10 categories. We've been hosting this contest for years, but this was the first time we gave $1,000 in reward money to each of the winners for a total of $10,000 donated. We thought this was an important year, more than ever, for local businesses, especially restaurants, having suffered through the pandemic. Over the course of 5 weeks, the community nominated over 600 local restaurants and cast over 31,500 votes as part of our campaign. As the coronavirus pandemic unfolded, WTOP was hearing amazing stories about kids in our community giving back to people in their communities. We decided to create our Top Kids Awards to honor those children. 2 times a month, WTOP, once again in partnership with Northwest Federal Credit Union, chooses a child who's been nominated by a listener for going above and beyond for their neighbors, family, friends, and the community. Winner stories are featured on air and on our website, and each receives $500. From September 2020 through the end of the year, $4,000 was donated to children in the community. WTOP also gave back to our advertisers this year. Knowing the uncertainty and understandable concern of many of them, we jumped right into action, providing free advertising for those looking to promote events within our community, specials for our listeners, and more, as part of our Community Spotlight campaign. Ultimately, this campaign resulted in 964 minutes of free advertising for our clients and community businesses in need in the months following the COVID-19 pandemic. Through our various campaigns, we were able to help local businesses, frontline workers, and the charities who support them, as well as kids in our community and our advertisers who have seen great changes in the way they've had to conduct business over the last year. Overall, we were able to raise over $25,000 worth of support for various organizations through our efforts and donate $279,000 worth of in-kind support. Those are numbers to be proud of.
From a news perspective, 2020 was a year like no other, right? For our anchors, for our reporters, for our producers, for our web team. It was not just about reporting the news, it also became about helping people. WTOP takes our position in the community extremely seriously, and we're committed to giving back in whatever ways we can, which is why the news team itself is so involved in campaigns like these. You know, we realize the impact we can have each and every time our anchors crack the mic. And we felt it was important to use some of that time we had in 2020 to give back and really try and make a difference in people's lives.